And we're hanging out with our guy, Tre'von Moehrig. And Tre'von, I'm kind of the mind, I'm curious for your 2 cents, that whenever the bye comes, it always seems like it's the perfect time. I know that, the bye is a little bit on the earlier side this year as opposed to, years past, it's been a little bit later in the season. Yeah. But how did you feel about, the timing of getting a chance to kind of go away, reset, and kind of recharge for this last 12 weeks?
I think, especially after, playing Kansas, it was a good time just to, kind of regroup, see what we're doing well, see what we need to do better. And then, coming back this week is just, we got to attack that, have a good practice Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then just keep it going into the game, to the game on Sunday. So
the term that we've heard from Josh a bunch, and you hear it across the league, is like the bye is a great chance to kind of self-scout, right? But for a dude like me who is very open about not being super deep in the X's and O's of it all, what does a self-scout really look like? What goes into something like that for you guys?
Yeah, I mean, we really just look at what's hurt us. Like I said before, you just look at what's hurt us, what we're doing well, and then we just kind of look at ways to either capitalize that, fix the things that we need to fix. Just to if that's helping us play faster, smarter, just finding ways to kind of better the defense.
Are you one of those guys who do you watch any football during the bye? Are you sit on the couch on Sunday like the rest of us watching balls? Or
yeah, definitely. No, I'm definitely watching the game. So yeah, I'm watching all the time whenever I'm not playing. But just to pick up things, to learn anything I can.
I think one thing, we've talked about before is that just you being in your position that you play, you have such a good view of everything in front of you, right? Nate Hobbs out, goes on IR. Anthony Averett, we're not going to say whether he plays or not this week, but he comes back to practice today. Mm-hmm. I mean, what is it like for you from your vantage point back there, understanding that guys are going to be changing in, the DBs are going to be moving in different positions? Is that something that you're cognizant of during the game, or are you like, hey, on to the next play?
Yeah, I mean, obviously you see, the next guy coming in, but from the mindset thing, I say for me, it's just, I'm confident in them coming in, next man up. I know they've been working their tails off every day, just like, everybody else has. So I'm confident in them to, come in there and do the job that needs to be done. So.
One guy that you've had a good view of, obviously from a distance, is Max Crosby, and Max is just playing out of his mind right now. It just seems like whatever he's doing is working. When you look at Max and you look at that defensive line in a whole, what's working for the big fellas up front right now? Do you think?
I think they're just getting after it. They're doing everything they're coached to do, the little things, and they're getting back there, disrupting the quarterback, helping us out on the back end, and they're just keeping the energy up. Especially Max. He's always having great energy, great leader. So, we're going to keep going and keep pushing for that on Sunday.
How was that, as we're recording this on a Wednesday afternoon, kind of that first practice back from the bye? I mean, Coach earlier said he's like, I don't expect it to be perfect. I understand that these guys are human and it takes a while to get back into the swing of things. But kind of how did it feel just to be back out there with the guys after a little bit of time away?
I think we had a good mindset to come out there, like you said, coming off the bye week. I think we came out there, wanting to do everything right that we learned in meetings, paid attention to the details and just try to execute as fast as we can. I don't think we came out there sluggish. I think we came out with the right mindset to get this thing done and get it done right. So
yeah, you obviously look at where we are in the season now. It's time to start, putting our best foot forward and trying to start stacking some W's. But you look at a Texans team coming in, a team that I think is a little bit better than their record indicates, right? Playing some really, really tough games, some really tight games. Yep. And you look at that running back they got, man, Damien Pierce, the dude who's like Josh, who's in the midst of a really, really productive stretch. When you look at him and you look at that offense in general, what kind of stands out to you?
Man, you just got to get him down, man. I mean, once he starts going downhill, you can see it all over the film. He's a hard guy to tackle. So we're just going to have good pursuit on the ball, angles, and just making sure we wrap him up and get him on the ground with the first or second guy. So.
Yeah, I mean, it's certainly no easy task because we've seen the defenses the past couple of weeks trying to do that with Josh. And there's something fun about watching running backs. It's probably a little less fun for you, right, because you got to tackle them. There's something really fun, I think, as a fan of just seeing dudes that are pounding the rock and running as ferociously as these two guys that we're going to see on Sunday.
Yeah, especially on your team.
Yes.
Josh has been doing a great job running the ball, man. He's been coming up to work every day just with that mindset of, getting better and just helping the team. So, it's he's going to keep doing that, so.
The bye week for you, I know you got to go, I don't want to say home, but you got to go back to TCU, watch a little Big 12 football. And what's it like to be back on campus?
Yeah, it was good, man. It was great energy. As soon as I got back, it just felt like home, man. It was good to see everybody, my old teammates, met some of the new coaches. And then the game was just, fun in itself, kind of a slow start, but they came back and got it done in overtime. So, we got Kansas State next week. It's going to be a big game, but I got the Frogs all the way.
I do. I mean, and the Frogs are playing a good brand of football too, man. It's is it it's got to be fun, but in a different way for you to see your old guys like going
Definitely.
out, like kind of like the proud older brother.
Right. I like after the game, one of my boys that I played with his first year, Bud Clark. It's just funny, and cool to see him grow up. I was there after the 3 years, and he was a young guy, kind of showing him the ropes. And when I came back, he had like 3 PBUs, a pick to seal the game or put it overtime. I mean, he was doing his thing out there, so it was fun to see him start growing up like that. So,
what's the best piece of like TCU gear you kept from your time? You got to have like a helmet or jersey. You got to have something cool, right?
I would say the probably some gloves. I don't know if y'all know that new uniform that we have, the gray with the red.
Okay,
it's kind of our new uniform that we had when I first got there. But we had some gloves. It was purple, and then it had just red all over the front of the face of the gloves. And it had like eyes on it, the frog eyes.
Oh, okay.
It's just a cool design.
Yeah.
Man. I was like, I got to keep these gloves. But any TCU gear, man, is pretty fire. So I keep almost everything.
Yeah, smart man. And a wise man once told me, if it's free, it's me.
Yeah.
Thanks, or take
definitely.
3.
Right.
Either one. Well, hey, man, you've been so good with your time. I got to get you out of here because we got meetings to get to. I don't want Coach to be mad at me. So
good.
We appreciate you coming up. We're going to get you downstairs, and good luck on Sunday. All right, man?
Appreciate you. Thank you for having me. Appreciate it.